Hatem Naguib sells fruits and vegetables in the local market in the capital, Cairo, and also exports to several countries in the region. He had been complaining from the tax system before.
If the VAT has been applied on vegetables and fruits, there would have been even much bigger price hikes than normal in the market and put more burden on the citizens. Of course, these incentives also encourage exporters to export more, which means more production, more expansion in agricultural projects, more supply in the local market, and therefore stability in prices.
The amendments that were introduced recently include value-added tax waivers on agricultural products. Naguib says the move has come at the right time.
Some of the obstacles we faced are red tape that leads to late filing of tax returns and therefore incurring penalties. I would like to see authorities prolong the deadline of submissions and to ease procedures. This will facilitate us to pay our taxes and therefore increase tax revenue for the government. Also, applying VAT, yet some of the vegetables and fruit crops have been affected by the recent weather conditions and climate change will reduce supply and increase prices.
Total taxes account for about 14 to 15% of Egypt's GDP, but the government says it plans to raise that figure by at least 12% and add 60% of people working in the informal sector to its tax revenues by merging them with the formal economy.
We are in an economy where informal sector prevails and there are serious attempts to merge it into the economy. The application of the VAT is the best solution in these circumstances. The aim is to improve investment climate by giving incentives to encourage investors in Egypt. The law is also helping to merge the informal sector into the tax system using incentives and simplified procedures.
The raft of amendments in the new law target a wide range of sectors. There are tax waivers on Suez Canal services, such as fees for passing vessels, VAT refunds on purchases by tourists, tax exemptions on imports and exports of companies in economic zones, and zero VAT on locally manufactured or imported basic goods like food products. But experts say the results will not be imminent.
It is not a law that targets more income instantly because there are many exemptions such as zero tariffs on imported equipment for industries and reduced stamp tax on online advertisements from 20 to 14%. We expect higher indirect revenue to the state from these incentives. For example, VAT waivers for Suez Canal will lead to more income for the canal, which goes back to the state in the form of other taxes and support to the GDP. The same applies for exports.
Returns from VAT is expected to improve the tax collection system and reduce tax evasions from the shadow economy. But state officials affirm that the amendments will also support a comprehensive strategy to raise foreign direct investments and exports by 10%, strengthen the GDP and achieve the country's target of 6.5% economic growth within the next 3 years. Yasser Hakim for CGTN, Cairo.